Hey guys, it's me Mr. 250 and welcome back to Umineko. Shannon has apparently never had pumpkin tea, and I'm sure the game will go well. And nobody's gonna die horrifically, it's gonna be great. Yeah.
ほんのり甘くて美味しいですね。
As one step in preparing the tea for the guest, go to let Shannon try a bit first. Until then, Shannon had thought it would be outrageous for a servant such as herself to drink the same thing as the family and their guests. However, according to Goda, that kind of thinking was a mistake.
お客様にお出しするものを味も知らずに出すことはできません。例えば、訪れたレストランで初めて知る料理に興味を持ったとき、ウェーターを呼び止めたならこう聞くでしょう。この料理はどんな味ですかと。
そうですね。そこで食べたことがないから知りませんでは、なんだかおかしな話ですものね。
そういうことです。給仕に携わるものならば、お客様にお出しするお茶やお料理の味については熟知していて当然なのです。
それに自分で飲んで美味しかったお茶ならお出しする時にも自然と嬉しくなってしまうものですしね。
その通りですね。こんな美味しいお茶ならぜひ皆さんにも飲んでもらいたいって気持ちになります。
だからこそ私たち使用人はあらゆるお料理の味に熟知しなければならないのです。だから私がひょいとつまみ食いをしてしまったとしても、それも使用人の務め。
役得であり仕事であるわけです。わかりましたか？
はい。
準備ご苦労。お茶の方は問題ないか？
ああ、源氏さんもぜひ飲んでみてください。ハロウィンらしく今日はかぼちゃの紅茶ですよ。
後でもらおう。もうじき親族の方々がお屋敷にいらっしゃられる。お子様方もご一緒しそうな雰囲気だ。
はい。カップの用意も万全です。
At that moment, the kitchen's extension line started to ring. Genji, who was standing right beside it, swiftly picked up the receiver before the second ring. Shannon and the others always thought Genji looked like a samurai when he did this.
わかった。粗相のないようにご案内を。
After making that short response, Genji set the receiver down.
カノンからだ。今から親族方がこちらにおいでになる。お子様方もご一緒とのことだ。シャノンと熊沢はお出迎えを。ゴーダは紅茶の準備を急ぐように。
はい。
The family conference, the largest event of the year for the servants. They were all excited and determined to make it through together once again this year.
失礼いたします。親族の皆様をお連れしました。
おお、よく来たね。道中問題はなかったかね？
兄さん、儲けてるんでしょ？そろそろ自家用ジェットを買いなさいよ。
今回の機内も後ろ宮家しかおらんかったからな。
エンジェちゃん、来られてよかったですね。体調が悪いから欠席するかもしれないと聞いて心配していたのですよ。
ご心配をおかけしました。今朝になったら急に元気になりまして。
お腹痛いのどっか行っちゃった。お腹をぐるぐる時計回りにさせるの。お腹痛いのが治る魔法のおまじないなの。
こらマリア、少し静かにしなさい。
おお、そっちはバトラ君かね。大きくなった。
6年ぶりですね。本当に立派になりました。
いやおかげさまで背ばっか伸びまして。
肝っ玉の方は相変わらずみてえだけどな。
むしろ相変わらずバトラ君でいてくれて僕は安心したけどね。
わはははは。Battler may be bigger, but he's still Battler.
こいつは飛行機でも船でも落ちるのなんのと相変わらず賑やかでな。
アスムさんの血でしょ。
多分あれだぜ。こいつが小さい頃遊園地で激しめなのばっか乗せて回ったからだ。
身長制限で乗れないんじゃないの？
いやいや、ティーカップとか足こぎボートとかいろいろあるだろ。そういうのをちょいと激しめに付き合わせたのがまずかったみたいだ。
You know those crazy teacup rides.
昔からそういうのをやりすぎるたちだから。
それはかわいそうに。
バトラ君には同情するよ。
でも安心したわ。乗り物嫌いでこそバトラ君って感じだものね。
お兄ちゃんは乗り物が嫌いなんじゃないの。落ちるから嫌いなの。落ちる落ちる。
こら走り回らないの。マリア、お姉ちゃんでしょ。お手本を見せなさい。
失礼します。お茶の配膳に参りました。
A pleasant aroma followed Shannon as she came into the room, pushing a serving cart. Even Angie and Maria, who had been running around in circles, sat down obediently when they heard that drinks were here.
ところで、親父はどうしてんだ？
もうじき降りてくるだろう。ネクタイ一本選ぶのに朝から大騒ぎだよ。
相変わらず当主として威厳ある服装がどうのこうの？
お父さんって昔からネクタイにはやたらうるさいわよね。
こだわりがあられるのでしょう。おしゃれなのは良いことです。
その割に結局いつも同じネクタイで現れるのね。
The family members burst out laughing. The sweet scent of Goda's specially made pumpkin tea spread throughout the parlor, and the calm atmosphere grew more cheery and excited.
ママ見て、ママ見て。パンプキンのクッキーだよ。ハロウィンだ。
Oh, you set off Maria. I was waiting for it.
あら、本当ね。この甘い匂いはかぼちゃなのかしら。
はい。今日のお紅茶は珍しいパンプキンのフレーバーなんですよ。とっても美味しいですから、最初はぜひストレートで召し上がってみてください。
姉さん、袖気をつけて。
へえ、かぼちゃの紅茶なんてあるんだ。郷田さんはよくこんなのを見つけてくるよな。
美味しいね。なかなかいいよ。かぼちゃの自然な甘みが感じられるね。 かぼちゃを紅茶にね。でもよ、かぼちゃといったら天ぷらが一番だよな。
おお、かぼちゃじゃないの。パンプキンなの。パンプキンはかぼちゃじゃないの。
Angry Angie is cute Angie?
パンプキンなの。
Maria seemed to be complaining about the difference of nuances between the Japanese and English words. But it looked like Angie thought kabocha and pumpkins were entirely different things. Everyone laughed, but Angie, not knowing why she was being laughed at, cocked her head to one side discontentedly. Just when it looked like she was about to get in a bad mood and start grumbling, Maria started teaching her a cookie game, and Angie immediately became engrossed with that distraction. Then the sound of approaching footsteps drifted in from the hallway. When the relatives realized whose footsteps those must be, They straightened up. Those quick footsteps stopped for just a moment outside the parlor door, as though someone was taking a deep breath and setting up a dramatic pause. Then the door exploded open, just as Kinzo yelled out loud, with Genji and Nanjo standing behind him.
Happy Halloween! Trick or treat!
Grandpa's lost his marbles. I just imagine him kicking his door down. The cousin shouted it back. The adults returned the greeting too, looking a little embarrassed. Angie alone stood there with her mouth open, unable to comprehend what had just happened.
よくぞ来たぞ我が孫たち。お菓子はくれなきゃいたずらしてしまうぞである。
ほらマリア、
おじいさま、ハッピーハロウィーン。今年はすごいの。驚いて驚いて。
Maria picked up a present that had been hidden behind the sofa. Come to think of it, all of the relatives were now holding similar packages.
ほらエンジェル、これをおじいさまに渡して。
Kyrie handed Angie a neatly wrapped present box.
おお、マリアいつもありがとう。おじいちゃんは嬉しいぞ。
Grandpa's lost the marbles for sure. As Kinzo took Maria's present box, a smile broke out across his face, and he rubbed his cheek up against it.
親方様、威厳をお忘れでございます。
Your dignity is showing.
そうであったな。嬉しいぞ、我が孫マリアよ。お菓子をくれたので、今年はいたずらは勘弁してやろうぞ。
今度はおじいさまの番。お菓子をくれなきゃいたずらしちゃうぞ。
心得ておるぞ。源氏、
こちらを。
Genji fished through something that looked like Santa Claus's sack and pulled out a present addressed to Maria, handing it over to Kinzo.
あれマリア、おじいちゃんからのプレゼントであるぞ。これはのかわいいぞ。マリアにあげるのが惜しいわい。
親方様、威厳。
これは後ろ宮家当主からのマリアへのプレゼントである。これはそのかわいい後ろ宮家の貫禄にふさわしい品であるぞ。心して受け取るがよい。
ありがとう、おじいさま。大好き。チュ
おー、マリア我がかわいい孫よ。てっちゃてっちゃちゃ。
I don't remember this from the previous games, to be perfectly honest. By this point, even Genji had to give up on Kinzo's dignity. Still, the dignity of the family head had lasted a full 10 seconds longer than usual this year.
おじいさま、ハッピーハロウィン。これは僕からです。
ハッピーハロウィン。これは私から。気に入ってくれるといいんだけど。
おお、ジョージにジェシカ。今年もありがとう。私は嬉しいぞ。
With tears streaming down his face, Kinzo hugged George and Jessica.
そしてバトラか。よく戻ってきたな、後ろ宮家に。寂しかったぞ、この6年間。
いや、まあハッピーハロウィン気に入ってくれるかわからねえけど。
良いのだ良いのだバトラーよ。言いたいこともあろう、聞きたいこともあろう。だが今はそれはなしだ。
じいさま、
よく後ろ宮家に戻ってきてくれたな。私は嬉しいぞ。
Slowly, Kinzo moved forward and hugged Battler. Battler drew back at first, but then he understood Kinzo's feelings and hugged him back. Angie watched the scene played out, shocked. Was Ushirimiya Kinzo always this kind of person?
Angie?
I guess Battler, set up the game to make Kinzo not be that kind of person, or what he usually is.
次はお前の番だぞ。
ほら、それをおじいさまに渡して。
あ、
Angie didn't have a clue what was going on. She took the present box her mother had given her and walked forward timidly. Kinzo's face, which had been looking so cheery a second ago, suddenly became stern as soon as Angie stepped forward. No, it didn't become stern. That expression was the one always worn by Kinzo inside Angie's mind. This was Ushirimiya Kinzo. He was fickle, short-tempered, always with a stern expression on his face. The most terrifying person in the Ushirimiya family. It felt as though the world went suddenly quiet, and it only did when I stepped forward. Why? Why only for me? But even so, isn't this the way it should be? Isn't this the Ushirimiya Kinzo I expect? The Ushirimiya Kinzo I understand. It was like a puppet I was like a puppet carrying tea. I walked forward, bewildered, with the present box held out in front of me, and stopped in front of Kinzo, without letting his expression change in the slightest. Kinzo slowly reached out and touched the present. I think you said a word and a noise at the same time. In an instant, Angie was caught in a firm embrace, present and all. Kinzo's white beard rubbed against her cheek.
おじいちゃんは嬉しいだ。私はこんなにも可愛らしい孫たちを持てて嬉しくて涙が止まらぬ。
親方様、鼻水が。ついでに威厳も
Your dignities ran away long ago.
源氏、すまぬ。
Can't even sniffle right, he makes noises. As the old man blew his nose, he didn't look like he could possibly be anyone other than a kindly grandpa overcome with tears at his grandchildren's gifts.
ありがとう、エンジェ。聞けば体調が悪いのに無理をしてきてくれたそうだな。おじいちゃんは本当に嬉しいぞ。さあ、お前にはこれだ。
He pressed a large gift box to Angie's chest. She finally realized that all of Kinzo's presents were wrapped differently and in boxes of different sizes.
エンジには何だろうな。毎年じいさまが誰に何を送るか。自分これだけの大人数をよくやるもんだよな。
毎年 自分で。
He does. What? Every year? He picks what himself? This bizarre ceremony happens every year. The cousins were all happily chattering about what their Halloween presents would be this year. Maria came up to Angie and suggested that they compare the weights of their presents. But for some reason, Angie just stared blankly. After that, the adults also handed their presents to Kinzo one by one, receiving a gift in return, along with considerate words about their health and questions about how they'd been doing recently. Then, after watching to see that all exchanges had been completed, Goda appeared and announced that lunch was ready.
そうか、準備ができたか。さあ、一同諸君、ゴーダ自慢のランチに舌鼓を打とうではないか。さあさあ、食堂へ移動しよ
う。どうぞ皆様、ご案内いたします。
プレゼントは私どもでゲストハウスのお部屋へお運びいたします。
どうぞ置いたままでお食事に向かわれてください。
The relatives stood up, leaving their presents where they lay on tables and sofas, and followed Kinzo out of the parlor. Only Angie remained standing there, stunned, as she clutched the gift box Kinzo had given her. Goda's lunches had never betrayed expectations before. When Hideyoshi said that the lunches were the only reason anyone ever came to these family conferences, everyone laughed and nodded. The delicious food caused conversations to erupt all over the room. You've gotten so big. How have you been lately? Pretty good. It was a fun meal with everyone asking each other about the latest and laughing together. The Oshiramiya family sat at meals in a specific ranked seating order, so the adult siblings, the cousins, and the spouses all sat in groups. So conversation sprung up naturally. Angie had withdrawn slightly from the cousins' chat and was looking around the dining hall. What are Kinzo and the adult siblings doing? Their conversation seemed to be peaceful and fun. Most of the time, siblings were mothers or fathers of their own households. However, when they gathered together by themselves in front of Kinzo, that burden was lifted from their shoulders. And they became young and bright as though they'd gone back to being kids again. Rudolph, who was usually an easygoing father, but one with a sense of dignity, became so bright and cheery in this group that it almost looked like there was another battler. Even Kinzo looked peaceful and relaxed. He didn't say a word about money or the inheritance. Yeah, it seems like she definitely does remember very well what he's supposed to be like. In fact, he didn't even insult his children or call them incompetent. He just looked like a happy old man, genuinely pleased to have his whole family together for the only time this year. The group of spouses was just as harmonious. The mothers kept bringing up problems with education and household matters, as well as family health issues. Hideyoshi and Nanjo happily joined in on their conversation. And what about the cousins? There was no way such a fun meal with such a fun group of friends could fail to be... Oh, that's a word I'm not incredibly familiar with.
Raucous.
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 Okay. Oh, I'm familiar with that word. It just looks funny. I've never seen it actually spelled out. Maria was in her element, showing off her knowledge of Halloween trivia. George and Jessica would nod in understanding. Battler would say something stupid, and Maria would laugh at him. If I wanted, I could easily join in on the conversation. And if my attention was drawn to my dessert, I could easily slip out of the conversation too. It was happiness, both fun and natural. It felt like waking up from a daydream to be greeted by the rays of the springtime sun.
天気予報によると今夜あたりからだいぶ崩れるらしいな。
台風らしいからな。こりゃ今年も一泊じゃ済まなさそうだぜ。
私は一向に構わんぞ。一泊と言わずいつまででも泊まっていくがいい。可愛い孫の顔が何日でも見られるなら私は毎日雨乞いをしてもよいぞ。
よしてよ、仕事があるんだから。
お父様が島を出ればいいんじゃない？そうすればもっと好きな時に孫の顔を見られるでしょうに。
確かに風情はあるが離島の暮らしはそろそろ応えるんじゃありませんか。
都会はうるさい。私の家族だけしかいない静かな島が一番だ。私はここを気に入っている。
でも六軒島じゃいざという時お医者様を呼ぶのにも時間がかかるわ。
同感よ。もうお父様も年なんだからせめて新島に引っ越すべきだと思うわ。
私はもう老いた。家族だけに囲まれて静かに暮らしたい。そして私は幸せ者だ。それを実現できるこの島があるのだから。
お父さん。
しんみりさせてしまったな。諸君、これでゴーダのランチは終了だ。孫たちよ、明日からはずっと雨らしい。晴れているのは今しかないぞ。バラをめでて、それから浜辺を散歩してはどうか。
そうですね。じゃあみんなそうさせてもらおうか。
バラをめでて浜辺を散歩する。貝殻拾いしてガラス拾いもする。
ガラス拾い？なんだそりゃ危ないな。
ガラスのかけらが波に現れて丸くなって綺麗な石になって流れ着いてるんだよ。忘れたかよバトラー。昔一緒に拾ったろ？
ああ、あれガラスのかけらだったのか。俺はてっきりそういう綺麗な石なんだと思い込んでたぜ。
エンジはガラスの石見たことある？ない。じゃあ行こう。マリアが教えてあげるよ。行こう行こう。でも早い者勝ちだよ。マリアが全部拾っちゃ
う。なら私も負けないぜ。誰が一番綺麗で大きなガラス石を拾えるか競争しよ
う。やれやれ。ここは一つ童心に戻るとするかな。負けねえぞ。
じゃあ僕たちは浜辺へ行ってきます。
いとこ同士のんびりしてくるがよい。
The cousins rose from their seats and noisily left the dining hall. Maria grabbed Angie's hand and dragged her along. However, Angie's expression was vague and absent-minded, the opposite of Maria's full smile. Yeah, Angie's definitely comparing what she knows versus what she's seeing here, and it's very strange. I'm kind of waiting for the veil to be torn away and then reveal that everyone's dead, or, you know, everything's terrible. Bomb's about to explode. Something, I don't know. It's too peaceful. Anyway, we are going to stop up there for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, though. Thank you very much for watching. And we'll continue from here next time. Well, it does feel accelerated compared to original, but it also does feel like we're going a bit slower than, you know, some of the later stories anyway. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!